Manny, just your thoughts, first day, the energy, was where you wanted?
We came out really good. Having the fans here created exactly the atmosphere I wanted, and I want to thank everybody that did come out, and it was unfortunate that we had to scurry back inside so soon. When we came inside, I thought our guys handled that sudden change well. You know, early in the season, you get a lot of lightning delays, so that's something that actually could happen in a game. We were fortunate enough to get back outside, and I thought when we got back outside, I thought our attention waned a little bit. And I think what we learned is that coming off of our summer program, physically we are in shape. We can handle anything that happened today. Mentally is more of my concern, and that's been our issue in the past of our consistency mentally and being able to stay with it, snap after snap, period after period. I thought we kind of let it go a little bit, then I thought we finished well at the end. But that letting it go a little bit could be the difference in winning and losing a football game. So they're aware of that, and that is really, to me, trying to get our in the summertime we try to build a physical backbone, and one of the big parts of this camp will be to build a mental backbone.
Manny, you've gone through spring practice, of course, the summer program, off-season program, even this being practice one, when it's real. Did it have a different feel? Did it have some significance to you?
Well, you can feel the urgency that the games are coming, and that football is here. Actually, what I really felt of the room, I mean, as coaches, we just been giddy for the last 24 hours. Just the fact that it's finally here, and we got a team, and we can go coach our guys and get around them, and now we've got film that we can go up there and correct and get back in the film tomorrow and just start fixing your mistakes, which is really what it's all about. So it's been, that I think is the difference between spring ball and what you sense now. Like you realize that we've kind of put the ship out at sea and we're on our journey now.
Manny, what about for you though personally? I mean, were there any emotions? Like, wow, I'm the guy.
It's not to sound weird, but there really wasn't. I mean, you're just kind of focused on the job at hand and what there is to do, and that's what I'm saying. I was so excited today just to be able to coach football, regardless of the role. And I think it's just fun to actually have something to do and a practice to take part of.
Manny, you mentioned the energy that the fans brought before you guys had to come inside. Was that why you wanted it to be open tonight, or it's so much a secret with college football these days? Why did you want them to be a part of tonight?
Yeah, because number one, I'm always trying to build our connection between our fan base and our team, and I want our fan base to be excited about our guys the same way that our guys in the locker room are pretty excited about the season. But that being said, too, I wanted to create a little bit of edge, and I wanted to see mentally who could handle them being out there and who could handle, when we made a mistake and they reacted, could we bounce back from that? Again, I felt like in the past, I felt like we were a mentally weak football team, and we know we can't succeed being mentally weak, So to me, one of the ways you do that is you put people in front of, get that performance anxiety day one out there. So that's something. Who knows? Maybe we'll try it again here. We'll see.
Manny, what did you see today that you liked, and what do you want to see be a lot better tomorrow?
Well, what's obvious is that we're a much better football team than we were on April 20th. The pre-snap mistakes in terms of not getting lined up, and I'm not talking about the threes and the guys that just got off the bus coming here. But our guys that went through spring ball, you can tell what they did in the summertime. We're much more aware of the construct of the offense. We're much more aware, therefore, of the construct of the defense because of all the problems that our offense poses. So what I saw today is we had a really good summer, and now, like I said, now we've got to, sort of harden ourselves for the challenges of football season.
Manny, you guys did the Iron Cane thing last night. Just talk about, John and the recipients, the guys that did get the awards, and why they wanted.
Yeah, that was the guy who sort of had the best performance at every position. That's a numerical-based thing. They kind of some computer spits it all out in Coach Feely's laboratory. But it was neat to see a guy like Jonathan Garvin win the overall winner. It's something that a guy takes a lot of pride in. And what was really encouraging was seeing how everybody, as we gave out the awards, how excited the team was for their individual teammates. So when they saw a guy like Zion Nelson have his name called, or whether it was Amari Carter or DJ Dallas or Brevin Jordan, and you see the first guy to stand up as Will Mallory clapping for him. You know what I mean? Like there's a lot of guys basking the accomplishments of their teammates, which is really what you want.
And you mentioned Zion. I think when he got here, he was like 220 something, and
Right.
he's listed now at 285. How much is this kid showing about how serious he is about trying to get out there and do the jump?
Yeah, and I think he was around 240s when he got here, and he's in the 280s now. And one, that's part of that is understanding that he had a frame to grow, so that's not unusual. Two, you just get into a nutrition program, so a lot of credit goes to our nutrition program, the strength program, things like that. And then, like you mentioned, I think Zion's got an outstanding work ethic. He does everything that is asked of him and in the weight room, and it's really transformed his body. And I think once you see it, you get a lot of confidence from that, right? I mean, who wouldn't want to look the way he looks right now? Because he is he is athletic as you'd want, and he's a sight to see.
Manny, two questions for you.
quarterbacks.
Two questions for you, real quick, in regards to A, how much does this give your team an advantage with you being in your first year as a head coach, as opposed to maybe somebody else or you being somewhere else, to be able to have that continuity with this team already?
Because I was here last year, you mean?
Yes.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, there's some obviously our kids on defense have some familiarity in terms of what we've done, but I think the score's going to start 0-0 on the 24th. I mean, there's been a lot of change in our program. There's a lot of things in the day-to-day life that our kids go through that is different than what it was a year ago. So, the returning guys know who I am, but they've experienced a different thing. And even that, just the fact to walk out on Green Street practice for the first time in 6 months and to see the fans, that's a new experience, something we hadn't seen before. And we're still trying to create that experience.
Can you comment on the three guys vying for the starting position, and also was there any significance, just wondering, to the early order?
No, like I said, I mean, everybody took snaps with the ones, which will be the way that it'll work through the next 2.5 weeks. I think Tate might have taken the first step, and that probably had to do with summer performance on just off the field things and being the cleanest of all of that. It's like anything else. I mean, everybody, it's easy to try to make an assessment based off of one practice or one drill or one throw or whatever, and I think they all probably showed, that they're all good enough, and they all probably made a mistake that shows that, you could make a case any way you wanted to after day one. Remember, we have 4 weeks to sort this out. Every NFL team has already reported. Every NFL team is going to play 4, pretend football games to evaluate all their guys, and we got to get it done in 4 weeks. So the what we're looking for is not going to change. It's going to be about being consistently good, bringing it every day. It's not about who can make a flash play. It's a guy that's built to win all 12 weeks, and get us into the postseason, and I think that's what it's going to be about.